Hi Beaches, it's Shaaba. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on another video. I hope your life is drama free. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same about my own. You know what, in moments like this, I feel like it's really useful to get objective opinions, to find other people in similar situations. Oh my gosh, I just realized how I've started this. This video is just no mother-in-laws. That's what I wanted to explore today, just no mother-in-laws. But I don't for a second want you to think that my drama is about my mother-in-law. No, my mother-in-law's amazing, she's wonderful. We don't have any beef, we don't even have any vegetables, we're good. I don't know what that means, but we're good, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I guess this is just my way of trying to let you know how I came to the decision to explore this subreddit today. As you know, we do the 1-800-drama series. We take a look at Am I the A-hole because it's helpful, and I feel like there are some other ones out there, forums, that can really help in specific circumstances too. And I was like, let's see if we can get some insight about relationship management from the mother-in-law relationship structure that often seems to go like a little bit funny. And I don't really know why. I'm sure Freud has many theories. But let's see. What can we learn from people management from mother-in-laws? Non-traditional wedding drama, says OP. My fiance asked me to marry him in October, congratulations, and we agreed to wait to start planning our wedding until after the new year. My best friend asked if I wanted to go check some wedding dress shops out to just see what I like and get an idea of what's out there. I'd like to add that I'd never been the type of person who's dreamt of their wedding, so thinking about planning and all of that is super overwhelming, knowing there's so much to do and so many wedding traditions I have no interest in. Fair enough. It's your wedding. It should be a stressful thing. I think with our wedding, I constantly had to remind myself, look, the important thing about this is that we have fun. Right? It's two people coming together, sharing their love in front of the people who they love too, and it's just having a little magical moment for that. And it's funny how that can quickly not become the case because there's so much family politics involved, and there are traditions that sometimes you just feel like society puts on you, and you're like, oh, so if I don't put a penny in my shoe, if I don't bury a sausage, am I gonna be regretting that decision? Because you can only get married once. So yeah. I feel you. OP says, I like the idea of going out and browsing with just one close friend. The second shop that we went into had a dress that fit like a glove and opened up my mind to how I wanted our wedding day to look. The dress felt magical, so I got it. That is so cute. And I'm so glad, for those of you who don't know, I was like super nervous about the dress. Honestly, I know it sounds really silly, but I feel like there's so much pressure to have the perfect dress moment, and I had no idea what I was doing. I actually filmed it, just in case anybody is interested. I have a video on my channel. I'll try and pop a little end card type thing here, or I'll pop a link in the description if you're interested. But yeah, it was a really fun time. It meant more to me than I think I thought it would. So to hear OP say, you know, like, oh, it felt magical, so I got it, that's really cool. Abby from Abigail's Collection helped me pick my dress, and again, it's so easy to get swept up in other things, you know, like what other people think, what you should be wearing because it's what's most flattering for your body type, things like that. It doesn't matter. It's all about how you feel, and if you feel empowered and amazing on what ends up being quite an overwhelming day, at least it was for me, that's cool. It's cool that you've got a dress that you like. I went for something that I totally didn't think I would. Anyway, the following day, my future mother-in-law called my fiance whilst I was making us breakfast. He told her that I found the dress, and she proceeded to say how disappointed she was, that I went without her, and called me a brat. Oh my gosh, that escalated. I can understand someone being disappointed if they thought that would be like, it's just a different like expectation, right? If you were like, hey, this is what I was doing, it's totally reasonable that you wouldn't expect your mother-in-law to come along to that sort of thing. I didn't have my mother-in-law at mine. I did ask for her opinion on some, like I showed some photos afterwards. The point is, everyone does it differently, and it's fine if you expected one thing and she expected another. She has every right to feel hurt because that's how she feels, but that's different to saying that you had an obligation to involve her because you don't. I just think it's a really far stretch to go from I'm disappointed, I'm hurt, like, oh, I really would have liked to have done that together, to she's a brat. That feels a lot. She asked if she's going to be included in anything and asked if she did something wrong. We'd not made plans to go dress shopping together. She lives 3.5 hours away from us. Oh, so it would have been tricky too. Maybe this is just a big milestone in mother-in-law's life that isn't in your life, and that's totally fine as long as we can see that people haven't been doing these things. You went and you got dressed not because you were trying to exclude her, it's just because you found a dress. The way that I would go forward with this would be to have a conversation, be like, what is it that you'd like to be involved in going forward? You know, like, let's see if we can make some of this work. Only if that also works for you and your partner, of course, because you are the ones getting married. But yeah, I feel like a healthy conversation could have come of this. I fear it's going to be a bumpy road during this wedding plan process because we plan on having a non-traditional wedding. No wedding party, no bridal showers, no bachelor party, no church wedding. We're agnostic. Right now, I feel like what we choose to do for our wedding is going to piss her off unless she's a part of everything. And also to note, says OP, we are paying for everything. My family nor his are in the position to fund our wedding, which we wouldn't expect because we're both mid-30s. Okay, especially considering you're paying for everything as well, which I think is like quite normal in today's day and age. I just don't think that anyone else really has a right to say what's going on in your wedding. Even if your families are paying for it, still, the wedding plans should be your own, right? Because you are the ones getting married. Sadly, not always the case. But I don't know. What I'm taking away from this is we all have different opinions, and I actually don't think this is a super negative situation. I think the brat thing was like a big move, but maybe that's more just showing the hurt that mother-in-law was feeling, and she definitely said that wrong. It definitely came out in a really harsh way that was far too harsh. But I think if she apologizes and actually it turns out through a really healthy and honest conversation that actually certain wedding milestones mean a lot to her, it could be a really cute start of being able to do nice things together, like understanding what's important to her, understanding what's important to you, and making some of those things happen. If you don't want a bachelorette party, if you don't want to have a wedding in a church, you don't do those things. And I don't think she has a prerogative to say that. But for example, if there's a cake and maybe she also wants to see the cake design, or you can like brainstorm some things together, it's sometimes just nice to involve people too. Again, like, I'm finding it difficult. It's all about balance, isn't it? You don't have to do things that you don't want to do, but at the same time, isn't it also nice to include other people? Like, sometimes if other people want to do things that you don't want to do, I'll still do them because I love that person, and they mean a lot to me, and they are going to be my family. They are my family. So compromise is important. And if there are small ways to compromise that make people happy, why wouldn't you want to do that? I feel like this is a nip it in the bud situation where if you can approach this with a really healthy mindset of let's find out the things that are important to you and we can all work it out together, which are conversations that you have, right, when planning a wedding with family, if they are close to you, if you have that kind of relationship, you can do that with the other side too. And maybe you all want to have like a little reception dinner. Maybe that's important, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's something totally different. I don't know. But what's the harm in finding out? What's the harm in having a conversation of being like, I'm sorry that this upset you. I didn't mean to cause hurt. Clearly this has hurt you. What are the things going forward that we make sure we shouldn't be leaving you out of? And that will at least be the beginning of being able to set some really important boundaries, what you do and don't want. Best of luck with it though. Again, I really hope that the overall magic of how you felt in the dress continues to be like the overriding sensation that you have for your wedding, and it's not just full of family drama. Oh, someone has said, what's the response of her calling you names? Is he in the habit of trying to appease her? She went awful fast from disappointment to name calling. You might have a hard road ahead, but best of luck. I agree with this. I'd be really interested to hear with what the partner's reaction was to that. But what can we learn from this about relationship management? I guess like have some empathy. And sometimes realizing that people are talking from hurt as opposed to saying things that they really mean is a thing. I guess the most important thing that I'm taking away from this is, look, this person's going to be in your life, right? You need to find a way to coexist in a way that's happiest for everyone. Because don't you want to be happy? So yeah, there are things that we can do. There are conversations that can be had that at least try to work towards that. Okay, let's see another. Can't let go of past fights. Ooh, anyone else? Asks Sophie. Long story short, I'm a 25-year-old woman and my future mother-in-law and I can't stand each other. She didn't like any of my fiance, who's 28, ex-girlfriends, so it's not a surprise that she doesn't like me either. Oh dear. She lives in another country, and every time that she comes home or we've visited, I've tried to accept her, but of course she always finds something to comment on. Most comments come when my fiance is not around, and every meeting where my fiance is present ends up in an argument. If you wonder why I was dumb enough to meet her without him, it's because she sometimes needs a drive, and he wasn't home to drive her. Nevertheless, my fiance is aware of his mother's behaviour towards me, and every time she starts an argument or makes a comment, he tries to put her in her place. Given that we don't talk much, we haven't had many interactions until 6 months ago when she came home. My fiance wasn't home during that period, and a monstrous argument erupted between us. In short, she got drunk, she called me and insulted both me and my family in ways I prefer not to repeat. Fair enough. That sucks, dude. Oh my god. I was intelligent enough to record the conversation, wow, where all these horrible words were spoken by her. In case you're wondering, I remained very calm and I didn't raise my voice. Since then, we haven't spoken at all. We visited her a few months ago, but we exchanged no more than 3 words. My parents don't know anything about the arguments that I've had with her. That's a really tough position to be in. Bringing the conversation to the present, my fiance recently had a pretty serious work accident. Oh no. I hope he's okay. Naturally, after he informed his mum, she immediately flew home and I can't escape her presence until my fiance recovers. I've got no comments on that aspect. I understand he's her son and I'd probably do the same. That's really, I don't know, reflective of someone who seems to have a really tricky conflict with this person, right? The issue is that unfortunately I haven't been able to move past everything that happened. Should you have to? Let's read on. Every time I think about seeing her, I start crying, I experience anxiety, and I feel extremely nervous. Oh, so this is more than just it's not a personal vendetta. It's not a this has actually caused genuine trauma. It's trauma. We need to stop being so afraid. In my head, I'm every time I say trauma, my head's why are you bigging it up, Shaaba? It's all those assholes that manipulate you into thinking that you shouldn't be feeling the way that you feel that have that opinion. It's trauma. Call it what it is. I feel like I'm on a therapy couch. I'm so sorry. I should mention that until today, she hasn't apologized and acts as if nothing happened. She even visited my parents yesterday and was super fake friendly. Look, this sucks. This sucks, and I see the fakeness. I do just feel a need to point out that it may not be a fake friendliness to them. If her problem is with you, she could still be very nice to the family. That may also be a red flag. We don't know, but I just think we need to be careful with assumptions. Although I discussed with my fiance how I feel, I don't want him to be caught in the middle yet. I feel like I can't stand seeing her anymore, especially right now if he's gone through an accident, he's needing care. I can see why this is so tricky. I was thinking of suggesting to him that he meets with her alone, but I don't know how that would go. I should likely try to influence him to reconsider our marriage. Are there any suggestions on how I could proceed regarding the entire situation? Okay, I feel like there are two questions here. The first is, can you hold a grudge, right, on past things? And secondly, does it feel reasonable? Like, is it wise to then remove yourself from that situation so it's just your husband talking to her going forward? In terms of the first one, I don't think it's bad to hold a grudge. At the end of the day, if that's how you feel, you can't change the way you feel. No one should be made to feel bad for how they feel. We just need to be able to unpack those feelings, and it seems that it's unresolved. She's been horrible to you. She said nasty ass things to you. You seem to have been courteous, right, from what we're seeing here, and now she's trying to act like it hasn't happened. That is kind of manipulative behavior. If it's not manipulative, it's unhealthy behavior, because there's clearly a conflict going on that she's not addressing. Maybe it's not the right time to address it, but I kind of feel like if she's there to look after your fiance until he recovers, there are still evenings, there are still times you could be like, look, I know things have gone wrong. We should probably have a chat about this. Now might not be the best time, but you know, I haven't forgotten about it. She's not wanting to do any of that stuff, and you're not in a position where you're feeling comfortable or safe in front of this person. If they're causing you anxiety or that level of issue, I should also say, you shouldn't feel like you have any obligation to entertain positive discussions, but it's not like she's wanting to have them anyway, which makes me feel like it's just a good idea to not speak. I don't find it easy to let go of things either. Sometimes you can move on from things because you have to, but it doesn't mean that you should let go of things that you're not ready to let go of, because all that happens in that situation is you end up feeling really crap. You resent it, you bottle it up, and you are the one that's feeling bad. Honesty is always the best policy, and I feel like when it's an appropriate time to do that, you should probably have a really good chat with your fiance, because these are the kinds of things that you do need to be able to talk about, right, for like a healthy foundation of a relationship. Unless a healthy conversation can happen where, you know, your mother-in-law just gets over the fact that her son is sharing time with another woman. You're not the first person in the world to experience this, mother. You need to let go of it, because it is really stupid and unhealthy. Not stupid, but it is unhealthy, right? But if she can't do that, not having her in your life feels like the healthiest way for you to move forward. You still need to be able to set those boundaries for yourself, you know? It's not fair for you to be experiencing anxiety in your own home. And if that's happening, it's totally fair that your fiance will want to continue having a relationship with his mum. I think it's absolutely your prerogative and totally fair to be able to say, okay, you guys need to do that elsewhere. The one thing that I will say is, I don't think it's very fair to like have a worry that she would make him reconsider your marriage. I think you should be able to trust your partner that regardless of the conversations and situations that are being had, you've got each other's backs first and foremost, right? And I'd like to think that if there's a healthy relationship going on there, then your husband-to-be will shut your mother-in-law down if she's saying nasty things about your marriage that aren't warranted. But again, you can have that conversation with your fiance, right? And hopefully just proceed in a way that works together. No one should feel afraid for saying how they feel, for talking from a place of honesty and with an intention to make things as conflict-free as possible. Has this helped? I'm not sure if this has helped. If you have any other insights, my love, I would super duper appreciate it. I think I'm gonna leave it here for today. I'm gonna have some thoughts of my own, but I would super appreciate if you could get your juicy little peachy butts downstairs in the comment section and let me know what you think of these situations. Sorry this is a short video, lots to unpack. If you enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll catch you next time, hopefully in a more clear headspace. Be kind and have a great day. Bye.